Hey everybody, welcome back again. And today I'm looking at another new figure, and this is going to be another in a series of stylized Decepticon Constructicons. This one being the DreamStar Toys Load Warrior, or their version of a very highly stylized long haul. So again, wasn't planning on getting these figures to begin with. I'd heard some of the horror stories about the Superion release, but after getting their version of Hook, I was really impressed with this line of figures, so couldn't wait to get my hands on this one. It's packaged just like Hook Warrior is. Really nice box art. It's packaged almost like a model kit. It's got shrink wrap around it and everything. But let's go ahead and get started with this one and see what we've got. So looking at the figure right out of the box, we've got some really nice artwork, just like the Hook Warrior figure did. So we've got what looks to be an actual product shot. It's hard to tell if it's product or if it's a graphic CAD drawing or not, but it really does look like a actual product shot. Side of it, we've just got the name of the figure. And other side, nothing. The back, we've got some additional product shots. We've got him in bot mode, combine mode, alt mode, and a couple of alternate action shots. And then the bottom, we've got just some information. So this one is DST02-003 Load Warrior. So looking at him right off the bat, he is a pretty big figure. Now, he's not as big as the 01 Studio long haul figure, which in a minute here I'll get to some comparisons with some of the other Masterpiece scale Constructicons that we've got for long haul specifically. But he is a pretty big figure. Very heavy. Again, heavier than I was expecting. But again, I said the same thing about the Hook Warrior figure. I was really surprised at the build quality. This one is probably a little bit heavier, obviously to support the upper body and being kind of the waist and lower torso of the combined Devastator. But really nice looking figure, really nice paint. A really nice color green that matches the Hook Warrior and the Forklift Warrior figure. So let's take a look at some of the articulation here. So the head, we've got some down, up, goes all the way around. And then if you look at the head really closely, kind of has some of those hallmarks of what the long haul head typically looks like on figures. So he's got kind of that shield-shaped cowl over his mouth. So a nice little nod to the G1 appearance of the head sculpt for long haul. Looking at the shoulders, so we get some up, nice sounding ratchet. We go all the way, actually all the way around. So we go all the way around on the shoulder. We have a little bit of a butterfly joint here on the arm, so we get a double jointed arm, so you get better than 90 degrees. You get a bicep swivel, and we also get a swivel at the hand. So looking at the finger articulation, his thumb is weirdly long, but I think it was like that on the Hook figure as well. But looking at the hand articulation, so the index finger is individually articulated at each joint, and then the last three fingers are all articulated together. So just like that Hook figure. As far as the waist goes, we do get some waist swivel. And we do actually have a ab crunch as well. So that's really nice. Hip skirts, The leg articulation, so he's on ratchets at his hips, and he goes up about that much, so we start to kind of get in the way of the hip right there. And then going back, he goes back not a whole lot, not as much as I expected, but again, not a huge problem for me. And then at the knee, we've got better than 90-degree bend at the knee. We've got some swivel. I'm not sure how that, so it looks like that's that part on the back of the thigh right there is kind of articulated individually, but we do get some thigh rotation if you unpeg that. And let's see, actually he does rotate independently at the knee of this back piece. And then for the feet, so that piece right there is actually metal. It feels really nice. We get a little bit of ankle tilt, or I guess toe tilt, and we get some toe down, but not any toe up. So overall, I would say pretty good articulation. You got to remember with this figure, you're limited a little bit as far as what he needs to be able to do in combined mode to be able to support that weight. But overall, just a really nice looking figure. He's got a backpack here. I think some of these pieces can kind of fly out and you get some little action shots with it. They almost kind of look like jetpacks, actually, a little bit. The wheels are nice, heavy rubber wheels. They rotate really freely. The same goes with the back. Those wheels are rubber as well. They're not air-filled, I will tell you that. So they actually sit on a larger plastic wheel, and then this rubber spins on the outside of that, if you can see. So I like that. It's really, really well built. So overall, just a really good looking figure here. Let's look at some of his accessories. So we've got some combiner pieces. I know this forms the hip skirt in combined mode, and then also transforms into another part of a stylized Megatron figure. So this looks to be the hips and the legs of that Megatron figure. The upper torso came with the Hook Warrior figure. And then we've got pieces of the axe. So if we look at these, so these are really nice, really pretty pieces of the axe, and they look to clip on onto either side. And then we've got pieces of the axe handle. So these just peg into each other, and that slides all the way down into there. Actually, it looks, well, I lost that whole piece down in there. Actually, that's not good. I'll have to figure out a way to get that back out of there, but I was not expecting that to happen. So this is articulated a little bit. So pretty long axe. It's actually longer than he is tall. And then we get his gun. So really nice gun. Some nice silver accent there on the tip of the barrel, and then some detail at the top. So yeah, overall a really nice looking figure. Let's kind of take a look at him and compare him with some of the other Masterpiece scale long hauls that we've got out there. So let's get him back out in the middle. So we'll take a look at him first with the X-Transbots long haul. This is the toy version. So you can see he is a good bit taller, probably an inch or so taller than that long haul figure. Obviously very stylized. You can see really the only hallmarks that I'm seeing there from the original is in the head sculpt. So very nice looking. let's put that to the side, and then let's bring in the 01 Studio long haul. And you can see, again, this guy still is a beast compared to all these other Constructicon long hauls that we've gotten. So this is obviously the only figure in this series that's readily available right now, but you can see he is a good 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches taller than the DreamStar Toys version of the long haul. So again, two very stylized figures, very different styling, but both are just really good looking figures. Super happy with this version of long haul. Really excited to get the rest of the pieces and see what the combined figure as a whole is going to look like. But yeah, this is another figure, like I said, was on the fence about to begin with. Had some bad rap with some of their previous releases as a company, but so far they're 2 for 2 in these, or actually 3 for 3 with their Scrapper, their Hook, and their long haul releases so far. So hopefully these guys can keep it up and keep this quality up with these figures and see what we get. So again, I really appreciate you guys watching and taking a look at this with me. You get my initial impressions, having never opened these figures before. And if you like this content, please like it, please subscribe, and I'll keep doing it. Thanks, guys.